Okay, we are back on my desktop. I was going to stream this, but my internet has been absolute garbage as of late. I'm waiting for a tech to come in and fix it, and I wanted to get this done now. So, you may have heard, if you are following Linux, or honestly, even if you aren't following Linux, that Linux has had issues with NVIDIA over the years. This is because NVIDIA basically requires you to use their proprietary drivers. They haven't open sourced their drivers. So it's always been said, if you have an NVIDIA card, don't use Linux because you won't be able to play your games, to do the things that you want to do on your Linux box. That is no longer the case. If you are on an Arch-based distro, you are using a modern Wayland-based desktop like this. I'm using the most up-to-date KDE Plasma desktop. And if you have the appropriate drivers. So if I go paro qi, sorry, I know I'm using the terminal and this is super scary, but I just wanted to show you that we are using the new 555 beta driver. So we are using Wayland. I'll quickly prove that to you just with fast fetch really fast. There we go, kwin Wayland, and things are actually functioning. I want to prove that to you today. And I'll do that with one of my games. Maybe a couple of my games, we'll see. You'll see that I do tend to play mostly older games or mostly indie games. For some reason that bothers people. They feel like, a modern, up-to-date, graphics-intensive game, especially something like Call of Duty for some reason, must be the absolute benchmark for testing games on a box. So they get grumpy at me when I play a game that actually is a lot more finicky, like, say, I might play Workers and Resources later because it is actually a whole lot more finicky than games that are more up-to-date, like, say, Age of Wonders 4. More graphics intensive, more CPU intensive, therefore it must work on Linux worse. Unfortunately, not the case. I say unfortunately because some of my favorite games are these ones that are a little bit easier to run, but have had taken some tweaking. So this one is one that did take some tweaking, so I'll play it later. For now, I'm going to play Sonic Frontiers. I've never actually played this game before, so I don't know for sure, but I know it is a big open world game, and I know that it's relatively new, so it should hopefully be fine for those people who don't quite understand how gaming on Linux works, and I think that just because it is high graphics intensive, high CPU intensive, that it must be harder to run. We'll prove that we can run it on Wayland with NVIDIA on Linux. And sorry, I didn't really give you time to look at my specs there, but I'll let you do that really quick. I am running, it's a relatively new CPU. It's not exactly top of the line. The GPU is over 5 years old at this point, I believe at least 6 years old at this point. That should give you an idea of what exactly I am running on. Okay, hopefully my voice comes through just fine. I'm just going to turn this down to a little bit. That's going to be chunky. Sonic games tend to be really freaking loud. Grab my controller, because I assume this game takes a controller. I know nothing about it. All I know is that it's open world. Please install. Do I have to? Well, we're only going to be playing the tutorial area. I'm not... Jesus. Okay, Sega, calm down. Okay, Sega, calm... Oh my god. What is happening? Okay, I truly do not care. I just want to play the game. New Game Plus. I haven't even started the New Game Minus. No. Thank you. We're going to play on normal. Action style, I guess. I don't know. I didn't read it. I just want to play the game. Okay, cutscene. Cutscene's working fine. No stuttering, no tearing, no flickering. Flickering was the big issue with Wayland. I see my mouse still in the corner of the screen. Let's move that. What's up, Robotnik? Your name will always be Robotnik, regardless of what the Japanese say.
Uploading AI program now.
AI ruins everything yet again. This is actually a terrible game to test with because it looks like the graphics are meant to glitch up.
It's all coming online.
I promise that's part of the game. I'm fairly sure that's part of the game. Yeah, that's 100% part of the game.
Status report. Answer me.
Simulations complete. Executing protective initiative.
What? No! No!
Oh, goodbye. Like how they have screen tearing as part of the cutscene. That's really unfortunate for this video.
Coming up, Starfall Islands.
How exciting!
Tails was always my favorite as a kid.
Track the Chaos Emeralds here, right?
Oh, they changed his
Find out
voice
what drew
actor.
them here.
Yeah, like you look at the graphical style. I'm like second guessing myself, but look at the graphical style. It is screen tearing is part of the aesthetic.
Some kind of atmospheric charge. Hang on.
Atmospheric charge. I'm sure that's very scientific and meteorologically sound. Why did you go into the charge? Alright, we have some screen tearing in the atmosphere just to make me feel like I'm still playing on the old driver. Okay. Slide. Alright. Oof. You can tell I'm never been wonderful at these 3D ones. Yeah, there's like scan lines and stuff. This is a terrible idea to test this. there's scan lines through the screen and everything, which is cool, but not wonderful when I'm trying to show you that the screen doesn't tear. Oh, I missed that jump. I don't know why I'm going into this. Holy fact, I know this. I remember this. Oh wait, maybe I don't. There we go, X, that's what it is. Whoop. I just goofed. Don't worry, I'm not going to play more than one level of this. For you rabid Sonic Frontiers fans out there who are like, wow, this ferret is garbage at this furry game. I'm not going to subject you to multiple levels. I just want to show you that things function. The music is fine. The screen is tearing, but it's supposed to tear, so that's fine too. I got C. I didn't get D. Is there even a D? There probably isn't. Okay. We're leaving cyberspace for good now. So the game is functioning. Showed you a cutscene. Showed you gameplay. Showed you the menu, of course. Not a problem. Not a single tear that wasn't supposed to be there. So let's quit out of this. And let's play a game that I know a bit better. And that did take some fussing. And yes, it is an indie game. It's a big old city builder. The best city builder out there, in my humble opinion. Not just because I'm a commie, but because it is honestly just a really dang good game. Cities Skylines has nothing on Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Really quick here. This is what I had to do to mess with this. It's actually really simple. You just have to run on the 64-bit Windows 7 version and not the Windows 10 version. Otherwise, you get audio issues. That's all. That's the most finicky game. So let's load Ferret Grad. It's already going. So you'll be able to see like kind of what this game is too a little bit. I can't remember actually how far I am in this. But it is a very slow game because you are managing absolutely everything. You're managing every single building, your shopping centers, you're managing all the resources in your shopping center, which I have no food, so, you know, I have achieved communism. This food should hopefully be coming. I wonder if this is actually a dead save, because that's strange that I have no food. Do I have? Yeah, there's no... Hello? I actually don't know why they're not delivering food. Oh, that's why. Because I forgot. See, you have to... you manage absolutely everything. So what I'm doing is I'm importing all of these resources, and I forgot to import food because I'm not yet making my own. I do have some massive farms coming in, collective farms, of course. So they're going to be absolutely churning me out food to the point that I'll be exporting it, but that hasn't happened yet because I've just started this game. I'm only about 6 years in. So let's hopefully get us some food. I imagine people aren't very happy that they're starving. I can't believe I didn't notice that when I saved this game. I must have been really tired. Anyway, sorry. I like this game a bit too much. It's just so involved and so in depth. You manage absolutely everything from your power to your water supply. If I look underground, you can see all of the pipes that I have running around to make sure that people have water everywhere that they need to have water. They have heating when they need to have heat. Absolutely everything. The heating, of course, is all central. You are... That's a substation. Where's my heat station? Right here. So those of you who live in Eastern Europe will be familiar with this, and other parts of the world too, in which your heat isn't through individual units like they are here in Canada. We have our fossil fuels burning furnaces in each individual home. These instead have heat exchangers that pump hot water through all of the buildings that need to have heat in them. Which is actually working fine. Usually that's a problem for me, but it's not right now. But the game, as you can see, is running perfectly fine. Even on X11, this game would crash sometimes, and I have actually yet to have a crash on Wayland in playing this game. You can hear the music. The music is just fine. The sound effects are just fine. If I zoom into the city, you can hear the trucks. You can hear the people. Nothing is muffled. Nothing is weird. And everything is gorgeous. Apart from the fact that the people are starving. Do we have food yet? Please tell me we're getting food. You haven't taken food? You're taking food. Okay. We are importing food, and people are just going to flock to this place. Yeah, here we go. Number of shoppers. And let's go. I will at least say there's no bread lines yet. Oh. Yep, still no bread lines. We managed to avoid the bread lines. People were starving, but now they've all got food. For free, of course, because we have achieved communism. They don't have to pay for their food. They just have to put in their labor. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek. I'm being quite tongue-in-cheek, but it is a lovely game. I definitely recommend it. The point of this video wasn't necessarily to recommend this game, but I thought it would be a fantastic example of Wayland and NVIDIA running perfectly fine with a game that is sometimes rather problematic with all of its particle effects, with all of its details, with its music that runs through the compositor. It has caused me problems in the past, and now it is not. So yeah, I'm gonna save over this game now. Now that I have food. We are no longer communist because people are fed. And I'm gonna quit out of this game. And that will be my video, I think. Nope, actually before I go, I guess I should tell you how to actually get this running on your machine. So first of all, you do need to be on an Arch-based distro. If you're on a distro that is not rolling release, like Debian or Ubuntu or Fedora or anything based on those distributions, this is unfortunately not going to work for you. The reason for this is because you need to be on a modern desktop environment or a modern window manager, one that allows for explicit sync. KDE Plasma 6.0 that presently ships on Debian and Ubuntu will not cut it, and I don't believe the modern version of GNOME will either. I am more than happy to hear that I am wrong about that though. So as it is, you need to be on an Arch-based system. The easiest way to do this is to have the chaotic AUR in your Pacman. If you don't have the chaotic AUR, I will put a link in the description on how exactly you do that. And then it's simply a matter of paru NVIDIA beta. And that'll do a search for you. And you'll want the first 3 results that come up. The second one is optional. You don't necessarily need OpenCL, but it's nice to have. So you can just do 1-3 to install it. I've already got it installed. It will overwrite your existing NVIDIA drivers, so do make sure you take a snapshot. You never know what's going to happen. When you install a new driver, things could possibly go wrong, so just be safe, take care of yourself, and that will be it for this video. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful or interesting or fun to you, please subscribe, and I am presently unemployed, so if you would like, shoot me a couple bucks on Ko-fi. I would super appreciate it. Thank you very much.